Hello everybody, welcome to the online Zouk School. My name is Thiago. If you are watching this on Instagram or on YouTube, remember to follow or subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos that are coming for you. We are again active. I had these 2 months now, a lot of work, a lot of events, so we didn't have time, Emilia and me, to do videos, but now we're gonna start producing more, so I count with you to watch those videos and share to your friends so we can produce more, okay? Today gonna start a new project. We call this Reacteaching, and the idea is to do something now, recording, that I always do. I come from sports science, and there video analysis is a big thing. So you try to watch something, you try to watch someone performing and try to find what is going on there, break it down and try to improve yourself by analyzing a performance from someone. So that's what we're gonna do now, and I'm gonna try to break it down a video for you. And if you wanna watch the whole video without any break, without any pause, you are wrong here, okay? If you wanna do this, the link is down below. You can watch and without any pause. But here we're gonna stop and try to figure out what William and Irene are doing. I just opened up my YouTube to see with which video I would start, and this was the first one, so and was perfect because both are a friend of mine and this demo was amazing. So we can slowly start, okay? Remember, let me just turn on here. Yes. Remember to subscribe to their channel. I'm now here on Zouk Town, so remember to give it a like. I'm already subscribed to Zouk Town channel. They produce a lot of things. They are recording a lot of demos, so make sure to go there and support them as well, okay? So let's start. Hoo-hoo. They are dancing Barth from Bay or Bay from Barth, I don't know, but I love this song. So here we can start already. Remember that this video is for you that are actually for everybody, but meaning for you that are trying to improve your Zouk. If you are a novice, you're just starting, or you're intermediate, it's meaning for you so you can understand what they are doing. If you're already a pro, advanced, maybe you're gonna watch something that you're gonna learn as well, or just interesting on breaking down those movements. Make sure to let a comment down below and tell which video we should react to, okay? So let's start. One good thing that they do on I'm trying to speak German now. So one good thing that they do on the beginning, it's very classic. If you don't do this, you should use what we call the tempo from one song instead of directly going to what we call contratempo. So we dance on the slow, quick, quick pattern, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. But to build up your dance and to use the song musically, sometimes we don't have this clear beat yet, so it doesn't make sense to step directly the slow, quick, quick. So we use what we call tempo. So you are stepping on the beat, on the BPM of the song. Doom, doom. You can even slow it down and step half tempo, okay? So you see that on the beginning, before they go to a tum chick chick pattern, they start slowly, okay? So let's go and check this out. I'm gonna go even now. Doom, doom. On every beat, they are doing something. It doesn't need to be just walking. You see that they are playing with isolations, and then they start slowly on a slow, quick, quick pattern. And you see that it's very important to play with the dynamic. So you see that they start with the basic step, but the energy is down. The song is very relaxed. The beat's still not there. Like the energy is still not there. So check it out. Build up your dance. Very soft. Nice. So let's go back and analyze this part now. We use very often on Zouk some elements from samba, or maybe some of you will say that this is from tango, but this kind of rondejão or sacada, how we say in samba, is used a lot, and this movement is very samba-like. So he's gonna use now his frame to put her on the spot and do a rotation and rotate her on the spot, and she's gonna use the right leg now to do a rondejão, and he's gonna do the same thing and change the side. So we have this full circular movement that it makes very interesting. You need to use your frame for that. Okay, so followers, don't let your elbow go behind your body. You need to stay with your elbow in front of you, because you're gonna receive an impulse, a rotation, and if you let this frame breaks, bye-bye. There is no chance to understand this movement anymore. Okay, make sure to have beautiful lines on your legs, so we create this beautiful rondejão or sacada. And here he does a small S on samba, ocho, from tango. He puts her on the spot now. Instead of giving her space to step the step pivot, the lateral footwork, he turns her on the spot, and follows the same thing. You need to pay attention on your frame. He's not giving you space to step. He's turning you on the spot, on your axis, okay? And there's so many variations that you can do with the leg. Let's see what Irene does. She brings to the zero, to the position 0, so she brings together and put it up, and he could continue, but now he's gonna go to a tilted turn preparation. Prep the head. Out. Nice. One very interesting thing that Irene does here, and it's very hard, but you should practice this as a follower. When you are getting out of the tilted turn, you have two legs, so you have three options. You can finish on the outside leg, you can finish on the inside leg, or you can try to finish 50-50. The leaders can influence this as well, but you can choose as well many times where you stop. I like to teach, meaning for advanced dancers, to stop like this on the inside leg. So let's see what I mean with this. She's gonna come out now from the tilted turn. A. And you see that she's stepping on the inside leg. In this case, it's the left one. She's already straightened up, but she still didn't step. And now that she came up, hold the momentum, she can step. It's very elegant, but it's very hard to do as well, because once you are learning tilted turns and you are coming out from the tilted turn, you have so much momentum that sometimes it's very hard to hold and not to step. Sometimes you need this step to stop yourself. But the thing is, if you come up and you step on the outside leg and you don't hold your balance, the only way to do it again is to cross. So you have to step with the left. And you have like to use very fast footworks or a crossing step to hold yourself. It doesn't look so elegant, okay? So practice a lot, because I know that it's hard, to finish on the inside leg. You finish up, push the floor, and then you step. Okay, so let's watch one more time. Beautiful. Let's watch a little bit before to see this beautiful head prep to the tilted turn. Nice, nice, nice. There's here a footwork that is actually very hard to do in the beginning. I teach a lot of regular classes, and one of the biggest problems to learn on the beginning is what we call in our methodology the free spin footwork. The free spin footwork is a simple turn, but it's a simple turn in line. Yeah? So let's see. He's gonna do this whole thing, and now he's gonna lead her a simple turn to the left, but instead of leading to the side, is forward. You're gonna see that she's gonna travel forward, and she's gonna finish step, step, step. You see that her hip is showing forward, and then he's gonna go around her and break this circle, or break this line, go into a circle. But that's what we call free spin. Yeah, normally she's spinning without hands, so that's why I call free spin, but you can lead this holding as well. And for beginners, very hard to finish on this step looking with the hip forward and on the cross step, because first you have now a half turn, half, and then it's not more half turns, it's a 3/4 turn. Hey. And it's not easy to do in the beginning. Nice. Nice. I think we call this pendulum. I'm not sure, but I think so. This movement. And make sure to followers and leaders, of course, to lead this well. We are first in the extension. See that Irene is here, and then they close and open again. It makes a huge difference. I see a lot of people doing this, staying with the head in the spot and just going directly to the contraction and then to extension, instead of doing this clap, right? Opening, closing, and opening again. Let's see again. Watch this again. They're gonna do a lot of rotisserie turns, or roasted chicken. Rotisserie turns is when your head stays in one spot, but you are tilted, so the head's not here anymore. It's on the contraction, or on the extension, or on the tilted positions, and you're gonna turn and letting the head on the spot. So let's check this here first. A little bit before. Here. First things first, dancers, leaders, men, learn how to dance, okay? Don't do just arms. Use your body to prepare the movements. Look this arch position from William. He's not only bringing his hand up, he's going with his chest, he's opening his chest and using a tilt position, so he's using the extension and a tilt to the right to lead her chest up, so he can bring her back into this dive position. Dive is when you turn in this contraction position and your chest goes down. You are like diving, okay? So watch this first. Open and bring her. This is one exercise. What Irene is doing is an exercise that we use to practice rotisserie turns. So you're gonna see that her head, imagine that William is the wall, okay? And her head is pointing to William. And she's gonna do half turns, always with her head on this reference, on this side. So that's something that you can practice at home and should practice at home. You have 4 main points. You have the contraction, you have the extension, and you have the tilted positions right and left. So 4 points that you can use the diagonals as well. So you have 8. So these diagonals between these 4 points. Put your head on one position, for example, on the extension, and try to turn in a line using half turns to the left and then going back to the right without losing this reference. And then you come up and then do this again on the contraction. Turn, turn, turn without changing the head. Otherwise, you're gonna go to a circular head movement. Yes? And this exercise that we normally do, it's a pattern itself. You see that William is leading this. She's gonna do a full turn and full turn back on a rotisserie turn. Full turn, stop, and full turn back. And then again. And then they go to a circular head movement. So you need to understand all the kind of head movements that we have. Rotisserie turn and then circular head movement. So this jump is awesome, right? Very William-like. And the idea is to give this emphasis, this focus to the big one, to the strong beat, okay? And he does this, he jumps on the 8, is on the air on the end, and land on the 1 again, I think. Let me check. Yes. And 1. In this case he waits, so he lands on the 1, and he could lead the turn already on the 1, but she's coming out from a tilted turn, so he waits, let her finish, and then goes out on the 3, okay? So here. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Pay attention on this step. We call this so that's the base paraense from lambada. Yeah, very similar to what we call on Zouk the let me remember, 3, 2, 1. Balanço? I'm not sure, but that's the base paraense. This movement is very lambada, it comes from lambada, and it's that the cambré and chicote. So let's go, let's see. He's not doing basic step. That's one mistake that I see a lot of people when they try to do this. They are not doing the basic step pattern. They are doing the base paraense pattern. And going forward. For her as well, the same thing. Yeah, that's a very characteristic lambada movement where we have the cambré and then the chicote. What is the difference between cambré and chicote? Well, in the lambada normally the both are in definition a cambré, because cambré from ballet is already the thoracic spine going into a extension. Okay, so that's a cambré. On Zouk we have these big cambrés where we start to shifting the hip forward, so it goes bigger and bigger. Okay, depending on your flexibility, you can go very, 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 very far. But the idea on lambada, at least from the difference between a cambré and a chicote, that cambré is first from amplitude bigger, yes, and the chicote is normally almost just the head, yes. And in this case, in theory, the first is a cambré. Let's see the amplitude from Irene, and then the cambré, the chicote. Okay, on Zouk, those two movements are normally bigger. It doesn't have to be bigger, but I'm gonna show you from Ariel and Leticia a very typical lambada like cambré and chicote. Okay, and this video I made, so give me the props. I don't know why it's green, but now cambré, chicote. Yes. Make sure to go to their channel as well, Ariel and Leticia. Give it a like. If you didn't give it a like on my video, please do it now. Let's go. Dance, leaders, dance. Here is a example that you can use. The lateral is a very good step where you can improvise as a leader, as a follower, without disturbing the partner. Yeah? So use the musicality to show your body. There's so much going on there. We need to go back, okay? Let's watch one more time and pay attention on first how they move circular, both, and then the head movement types that we have there. Both are moving, circular, and then we have a rotisserie half. Yes. So let's pay attention first on the circular movement. They start already here changing this side. And now he gonna put her on this rotisserie turn and gonna continue moving around her. So her head stays on one direction and he keeps turning. Now, from there she's gonna go to just 1/4 or a half, I think, because she's gonna go to the extension. A half circular head movement. She's gonna turn tilted on an extension, and then she's gonna finish again going to a half circular to come up straight. So you have there 3 types of head movements. You have the rotisserie turn, you have the circular head movement that is breaking down as first half and then half again, and in the middle of that you have the tilted turn. The tilted turn doesn't have to be only on this tilted position to the left or to the right. It can be on the contraction, it can be on the extension like Irene is gonna do now. So she turns on the extension, yes? So, here again, he brings her into a rotisserie turn, okay? It's like he's leading a bonus, but he leads tilting to his left, and on that case, tilts to his left, you see? And she's gonna tilt now to her right, but he gave already direction, so she's gonna keep this line. And from here, he changes again to a circular head movement. And now he's using the balão apagado, but on the shadow position. So shadow position is when the leader is in the back, for example, or in the front, but both are looking to the same direction. It's very important to understand on the balão apagado the timing of your head. Yes, you have the full circular head movement, and every time you step, the slow is always changing from the right, quick, quick, left, quick, quick, right, quick, quick, left. You have to change the side. So the slow step on the right, your head will be, or your chest will be on the right. And then you have the quick, quick, slow, your head, your chest will be on the left, together with your slow step. So you have to pay attention on this timing. Yes, this very characteristic movement from Zouk. We call this balão apagado. For example, Cadu and Larissa do a lot, and I just searched for one demo from Cadu and Larissa, and the first demo that appeared, first it was on Zouk Bachata Madrid Zouk Bachata Congress that is organized from William and Irene, and it had already a balão apagado, so perfect. So you're gonna see here they do this so often and so beautifully. So let's see. A classic balão apagado is here. Hey, they are not in the shadow position, just doing normal boom, and then they're gonna go to something else. Again, rotisserie turns, yes, but you're gonna see that the timing of the head is this. The slow is on the side. Boom. Chick, chick, slow. So on the slow, he's on the left, she's gonna be on the right. Quick, quick, slow. On the right for him, on the left for her. Very classic movement that you have to do, have to know how to do if you wanna be a good Zouk dancer. Yes? Let's continue. I told you guys that I'm gonna stop a lot. Hey, perfect. So beautiful styling for Irene, right? Amazing. Hey. Hey. Okay, let's go back. There's something very basic but very important for you to know. So, first, William changed his frame position, okay? So he put her hand here. Now as a follower, when I'm dancing as a follower, I'm always paying attention of my hand. My hand's telling me where I have to go. Of course, I still have to pay attention on everything else, but my hand is telling me where I need to go. And now, this here is just soltinho. They are walking. And now he's gonna lead, or he's gonna get out. And it's for you leaders, followers, a soltinho footwork. So look what she does. She's gonna do a step pivot, okay, or cross step. Tum, chick, chick. Yes? And I see a lot on socials. People that are still used to open too much into the lunge as a prepare for a turn. So she's gonna turn now. Huh? And the preparation that she used was the step pivot. Yeah? One more time. And people still using here, for example, instead of going to the step pivot, she would open. Is this wrong? That's not necessarily wrong. But you have your hand, and your hand is giving you the idea of the distance that you have to be. If you are on a Wi-Fi connection, that's you have more freedom. But in this case, even though you are not holding hand to hand, she has her hand on his chest or on his shoulder, yes, his back, and he is moving that way. So it wouldn't make sense to open into a lunge. She needs to go and chase him. So make sure to use this cross step, what we call step pivot, to stay close to your partner. Tum, chick, chick. And I love this movement. William uses a lot. And one interesting thing now is I practice sometimes this movement. We do this on classes, that she's coming in a line. And then you can choose at the end, leaders. The practice was this: if I continue extending her on a line, or if I lead a small turn to my back at the end. In this case, she's coming now in a line, and then he's gonna lead and give space so she can turn a little bit more. So this line is gonna be at the end, it's gonna have like a curve, very organic curve, but it's not everything in line. And you can do both, and you can practice both. Very, very good exercise to practice. So let's see. She's coming in line, and at the end, now she's still straight, but she's gonna land doing a curve. Ooh. You see that she's now looking to the camera and not anymore in that direction. He could lead her straight. Yes, it's just an idea for you to practice. And what beautiful lines she has, right? This open chest here as well, straightening the legs. It's a beautiful position. That's one thing that we all agree and we all learn when we watch William dancing, is that he dances. He's not only a guy that is doing their figures, he dances. So every time you have space, you can use this space. And this here is just like stepping sideways, but you can do a wave while you're stepping sideways. And this concept you can use on many other positions. And it's very good that he used now the reverse, right? So she's going there and then she feels, oh, stop, and reverse the movement. Oh. And then again, rotisserie turn. Hey. So again, rotisserie turns. Pay attention how her head stays on the spot the same time, this whole time, sorry, and he's turning around. And at the end was very unexpected, at least for me, because they were building up. I was 100% sure that they would come straight, and at the end they went to a side chicote, right? I don't know, or a cambre even. I don't know if this was planned or not. William, Irene, please tell me. But it looked awesome. It was very unexpected. Let's watch again. For there, for a straight, circular movement, circular movement, circular movement, back. Now rotisserie, her head stay. A. They had like this small break. I really thought they would come up and then they change. Toma, toma, toma. Look her legs, amazing. So, the idea is again simple. To do this like she does is hard. So the idea is always when you transfer your weight to one leg, you have the other leg free. So you can do something. A lot of people do, for example, the lateral and they do this scissor where they just bend the knee, right? It's the same idea, but instead of bringing to you, scissor, she's opening. So the idea is the same. Every time you transfer the weight, you can do something with the free leg. Yes? Look, this is very interesting because on this part of the demo, they don't do any head movements and it's so nice. It's so nice to see. It's so soft, so organic, and I think it's, yeah. So they start here, it's just turning. Now it's just basic. Now it's just basic. Soltinho, viradinha, become out, but still soltinho, bônus, basic step on the spot, the lumbar hips. So it's very, take care of your basics. Make sure your foundation is good because you can have a lot of fun just with the basics and it can look very nice and very advanced even though it's just the foundation movements. To do a foundation movements like this, you need a lot of practice, yes? And now they're gonna go to the lumbar part. So they are using the classic lumbar hips. So you're doing basic step on the spot using this 8 movement from your hip. Then they're gonna go to the base lateral where you step side to side. The one is on the strong beats on the middle, okay? 1. And then they're gonna go to the boneca. Yes, very lumbar movement. Let's go. Toma, toma, toma. Base lateral. And then he's gonna lead the boneca. Boom. With rotisserie turn for him as well. So that's why I always say in our classes, leaders, you need to do everything that the followers do. Everything. There's no exception. You need to practice everything because there's a time that you're gonna use, even though the followers use tilted turns and the lateral footwork or something like this more than the leaders, often we're gonna use the same thing and we need to understand. And if you are a teacher, you need to understand this. So here is the same idea. William's doing a rotisserie turn. Frango assado, roasted chicken. His head stays there and he's gonna turn. Boom. Now peão with circular head movement, changing to a counterbalance. This is very classic, very organic and very good to do. Try it out, okay? We're still having the balão apagado idea that we were stepping. Now we are doing in a peão. So peão is when you turn together. You can turn this, of course, straight. And now he's doing a circular head movement. Let's go back a little bit to understand. For here, you open her and you use already this preparation to go into the circular head movement and boom! Suspension. From outside, it's very hard to know if it is a counter movement or if she's turning on the axis, and he's just going around. You know the difference, right? So, but looks like a counter movement. So she's giving him a little bit of weight, and he's holding instead of just turning around her. Yeah, it's a counter. I love the song. And bonus. Here's another example of the dive, okay? A classic preparation for the dive. That's the half of the rotisserie turn. So the rotisserie turn is when you turn completely, and if you turn just a half, they have two parts, what we call the dive, mergulho, or lançamento. It's like when you throw, when you turn with your chest up. It's like you are throwing something or you are diving. In this case, it's gonna prep. She's gonna prep and she's gonna turn to the left, in this case, with her chest down. Oh, so that's a dive. Viradinha, lateral, the idea of Raul. Oh, puladinho, vai. And balão with rotisserie turn. I don't know if the class was about rotisserie turns, but it would make sense. Yes, I love them both. I love seeing them dancing, and there's so much to learn watching them dancing, and that's what I want to tell you guys. When you watch a video, of course you can just watch and enjoy it, but try to analyze the video, try to recognize what's going on there. So always when you watch something that is very hard, very advanced, try to figure it out where it comes from, what is the foundation movement that you have there, so you can understand what's going on and to build to a dance pattern. If you want to learn more, make sure that we have, you watch all the videos that we have in the channel. You go to our website and we have a lot of courses that you can buy as well to support this project. I'm coming back with all the videos and I need your support because this takes a lot of work and financially I don't get much from this. So if you want to see more, you need to help me in a lot of ways. You can share this video, you can like this video, you can subscribe, you can buy our courses, or you can do a donation so you can continue doing this video. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to subscribe or to follow if you are watching this on Instagram, and follow those guys, Sweden, Irene and Zouk Course. And that's it. I see you on the next video. Please let a comment to know if you guys are liking those kind of videos as well. Okay, bye bye.